Orhai. Konya, the city in Turkey located in the central part Anatolia. The population minus 2,079,225, the center of the province. Silt. Of the same name of Konya. This city is known for the history, has great cultural and religious value. History. Dograchesky period. The place was populated long ago. In 50 came to the south from the city there is a settlement of Catalhuk which history is traced with 7500 BB. Under the name Kuvana the city was included into the Hetski kingdom about 4000 years ago. It was called also in Phrygia. The city appears in the Greek documents as Iconian. Icony. In the Bible Iconian. Iconia. Is mentioned in Acts of Apostles. 14. Trips of the Apostle Pavel are connected with the city. It is considered the homeland of Apravomikonica of Fiokla. The 30th years of the 1st century. Great Martyrs Paraskevketnica. The 3rd century. At the time of the Roman Emperor Claudius the city was transferred to veterans and received the name Clavdiconium. The city belonged to the Roman province of Laconia. In the Greek times the city belonged to Phrygia. Archaeological excavations in the downtown Aladintep led to finds of Phrygian products about 25 AD and also the objects characteristic of the neighboring provinces of Galatia, Cappadocia, Pisidia and Pamphylia. Apparently from imperial coins, Iconium had the rights of the Roman colony. Iconium is especially often mentioned during an era of crusades. The district of Konya in the 1070th was occupied by the Seljuks. The power of the Seljuk state gradually weakened. At the time when Iconium was the capital, the state was called the Iconiski Sultanate, and the name Konya appeared through a couple of centuries. At the time Konya was the active center of both Turkish and Persian culture. During the Seljuk period there lived the famous poet and the mathematician Omar Khayyam. 1048–1131. Here. In the 13th century I lived here and Mavlana Jalaluddin Rumi was buried. Here in 1244 he met Shems Tatridi, and they formed the Sufi Award Mavlevi. Rumi died on December 17, 1273. His mausoleum still is considered the holy site, and pilgrims constantly visit Konya. For holidays dervishes organize Sam's ritual at his grave. After the Mongolian conquest of Konya remained the center of Sufism, and on all east awards of dervishes like Mavlevi were organized. In 1322 the former capital of the Rumsky Sultanate was won by Karamanadami and was their capital till 1420. In Ottoman times of Konya was also the center of dervishes and the sacred city where numerous pilgrims met. In 1553 in the town of Eregli near Konya Mustafa was executed to Shehzada, and in 1559 future Sultan of the Ottoman Empire Selim II crushed in fight of the brother to Bayezid Shehzada. On December 21, 1832 there was a decisive battle between the Egyptian army of Ibrahim Pasha and Ottoman army of the Grand Vizier Mehmed Reshid Pasha. Despite significant superiority of Ottoman forces, they suffered perfect defeat and Mehmed Reshid Pasha, seriously injured, was taken prisoner. In 1912 Muslims -51986 people, Roma -12000 people, Armenians -5000 people, Greeks -4822 people, Jews -70 people lived in Konya. Faculty of Medicine of the Selçuklu University. Created in 1273, Sufi Award Mevlevi and its turned dervishes are some of the known symbols of Konya and Turkey. In 1925 Ataturk decided that dervishes prevent modernization of the country, and signed decrees under which the activity of Sufi awards was banned or was sharply limited. Sufi monasteries were converted into museums. Rumi's mausoleum was also transformed to the museum in 1927. In 1957 in Konya Society of the Turned Dervishes in the form of Society of Restoration of Ancient Culture was recreated. In the middle of December festivals of dervishes, followed by dances are annually held. Festivals carry however more secular than religious character. Despite geographical proximity to the Mediterranean Sea, climate of Konya is much colder than Antalya or Yalta that is promoted by big height above sea level. About meters. And vulnerability from cold norths. The climate is moderately continental, semi-droughty. 4 seasons are expressed. Some are hot and long, with big difference of daily temperatures. In the summer, despite a heat in the afternoon, nights always remain cool. Winter rather cold and snow. The spring comes rather late, and the summer comes only to the middle of May and terminates to the end of September. The fall is long, weather changes gradually. The bulk of rainfall drops out in the spring and in the fall. In the summer rains are extremely rare. In the winter of drought often drop out in the form of snow. The average duration of snow cover is 45 days. At least 15 days, at most 75 days. Average temperature of January is 0.0 C. July of 23 C. Average annual temperature is 11.6 C. On average in a year in Konya 332 of rainfall, which have approximately for 104 rainy days. In the winter generally in the form of snow. Dropout. The heat is above 35 C happens seldom and quickly, frost below 15 C also happens seldom. Minimum temperature -26.5 degrees. On February 6, 1972. Maximum 46 degrees. On July 30, 2000. Sites. Homela of Addin, the historical hill on which initially there were pioneer settlements on the place of modern Konya. The downtown, unique Selçuklu architecture. Mevlevi's Museum, a complex with Rumi's tomb. Festivals of dervishes are held in the same place. With Sam's ritual. Center of a pilgrimage and tourism. The Mosque Selima, which was founded by the Sultan Selim II in the 16th century. The Museum Koyunoglu, historical and local history. The Mosque Scarlet ad-Din of Selçuklu time, the 13th century. Madrasa Büyük Karate, now museum. Inds Minarets Madrasa, now the Museum of Applied Art on a tree and a stone. Archaeological Museum. Ethnographic Museum. Mosque Shamsata Treaty in his grave. Mosque Azizi. The Mosque Klikchi, the oldest Seljuqi mosque built in 1202. Sherfetin's Mosque or Mevliana's Mosque, the Ottoman mosque built in 1636. Haji Hassan's Mosque. Konya. Stadium with a capacity of 42276 audience. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.